All right, what's going on, guys? Graham G.S. and Matthews here with Bleacher Report and Fan-Sided Daily DDT. And coming out of NXT New Year's Evil last night, we got a new NXT champion. His name is Bron Breakker. Bron, my man, what's going on?
Oh, man. Glad to be here, man. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. I mean, we only spoke just about a month ago, right before NXT War Games, and I feel like in the last 30 days alone, so much has changed with you.
Yeah, man. Things are changing by the day, man. I'm trying to get better every day. It's my goal. So,
and you win NXT War Games main event. You're the new NXT champion. I mean, we talked the first time about how much of a whirlwind the last 4 months have been for you in NXT. Talk about the last 30 days alone from War Games to where we ended up last night.
I think my focus shifted, man. I gained a little bit of confidence at War Games. You know what I mean? I was in the ring with four of the most fantastic people in the business. Talking about Team Black and Gold, and those guys are all of them are stand-up dudes. Mm-hmm. They're fantastic performers. I got the utmost respect for all of them. I think I just gained some confidence, man. I gave a chip on my shoulder, mm-hmm. gave me the focus that I needed going into New Year's Evil or whatever was next for me at that point, and you know what I mean. That's what it did.
Yeah, and it gave you what you needed, got you what you wanted, the NXT Championship. And when you win a title like that, obviously, I'm sure you've talked about it to numerous people by this point, but what's like the first thing that goes through your mind when you win a championship like that, your first title in professional wrestling? Yeah,
it's just, it's unbelievable, man. I'm still just trying to get things to set in. And I mean, it's a dream come true, man. It's been my dream my entire life to win a championship in WWE, and mm-hmm. It's unbelievable.
How does it compare to your accomplishments on the football field?
Probably not even close. I love football, man. Football was fun, and I had a good time. I had a good run, but this is my dream. This is always what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be. So
yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we're only speaking less than 12 hours out from the show last night. Have you kind of given it a moment to let it all sink in, or are you like taking the time to enjoy it, or is it already on to the next thing for you?
Last night I enjoyed it, let it set in and whatever, but mm-hmm. you know what I mean? I want to be a fighting champion, man. I'm already looking ahead because in football, the second you win a game is the second someone else is game planning you for the next week. Mm-hmm. And that's the same premise here, man. The second I won is probably the second somebody is game planning for me to come take me out. So, you know what? I welcome all comers. I'm afraid of no one. And if anybody wants to come down to the ring and challenge me, come on down.
Yeah, no shortage of challengers on that NXT roster. And I mean, just kind of going back to your NXT run overall up to this point, talking about how you became NXT champion so quickly. You're only 24 years old, I think the second youngest NXT champion in history, which is wild. When you first get started, I know we talked last time about your experience level, only wrestling for like the better part of the past year plus. When do you get an idea of how good you actually are at this point in time? Like, does someone tell you, like, you're well above the point of where you should be for someone with your experience? Like, when do you find that out?
Honestly, man, I don't really I'm not really one for tooting my own horn or, mm-hmm. I really don't speak for myself. I let other people do that for me. So I'm just focused on my coaching. I'm focused on my daily routine, man. I'm focused on waking up, being a fighting champion now. I get to represent this brand. I got to be a leader. You know what I mean? And I'm focused on practice, man. Mm-hmm. Focused on daily practice and how I can get in the lab and be better, man. And take my coaching and take the things and the cues and all this stuff that I'm getting from all these great coaches here at the Performance Center, and just how I can be better, man.
And hard work pays off. I mean, obviously, everyone was really happy on the fan side from what I've seen. From everyone very happy to see you become NXT champion. When you walk through the curtain, we'll talk about your dad being in the ring in a moment, which was awesome. But as far as when you go back to the curtain, what's that response like? Is there people back there? What kind of reaction are you getting walking through for the first time as NXT champion?
It was a cool reception. I gave Sean a hug and just told him thank you, and just had a moment with him, and my dad was back there, and I hugged his neck, and it was an unbelievable moment. Mm-hmm. I'll probably remember it forever.
That's awesome. And I mean, again, the internet was blowing up last night after you won the championship. Just Twitter specifically, from what I saw, was lighting up. Bron Breakker, new NXT champion, let's go type of thing. Does your phone blow up after a win like that and hearing from people either that you know or whether it be coworkers, friends, family? Again, your dad was there. Shawn Michaels was there backstage, obviously. Do you get any cool messages from people that you respect or love or that you kind of hold dear and, close to your heart or whatever, coming off a win like that last night?
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of people, friends and family, and mentors, and just tons of people, man. Tons of people reach out and just are happy for me, and they want to see me go on and do great things and such. And it's surreal, man. It's a dream.
Not only that, I mean, again, not to put you on the spot or anything, but I don't know if you already knew this, but I'm pretty sure when WWE had posted last night that you had won the title on Instagram, I think of all the people that had commented, The Rock was one of them, offering his praise as well, which is crazy to know that he's got your stamp of approval as well. Your thoughts on that?
That's cool, man. The Rock is obviously awesome. I've always loved The Rock, and he's, I mean, probably the most famous person ever. So, that's cool, man. I appreciate him making a comment and stuff, and the positive words that he has to say. I have never met him, but that would be such an honor for me to just say hello, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm sure one of these days it's bound to happen, maybe at some point down the road. But again, last night, talking about your dad, he was there. We talked last time about how he couldn't make it to Halloween Havoc. He's a busy guy, but he was able to pull it out and make it out last night at New Year's Evil and be there for your title win. Watch it from the first row. There's a great video going around from last night on Twitter of your dad reacting to your title win as it happened, as Ciampa tapped out, which was awesome footage. When did he find out when everyone else did that you were becoming NXT champion, and what was the process in getting him to the show last night?
I didn't really know he was coming, to be honest. And I knew that I invited him down. I said, "Hey, you want to come to the show?" and whatever. But he drove down yesterday and just kind of showed up. He surprised me a little bit. Showed up, and it was cool, man. It was the first time he's ever seen me work, and he got to be a part of it in person. It's just an unbelievable moment for me, and I got to cherish that with my dad. My brother was there too. Mm-hmm. It was just cool, man. That's one of those things you're just never going to forget. It's going to be a picture that's going to be on the wall or, something just crazy. Did
you expect him to get in the ring afterward to celebrate with you?
No, I had no idea. I was, just emotions running wild. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was just, just trying to soak it in and really believe that I just won. And, for him to get in the ring with me was pretty cool, man. It's a really cool moment.
Yeah. I mean, I think the timing would work out perfectly. Now that you're NXT champion, I think that was his first. I mean, it technically wasn't on air. I think the cameras caught the moment. It's on WWE.com. It wasn't technically on the show itself, but I think your dad's first appearance in the company in any form in almost 30 years, which is crazy. I think the timing would work out well. Hey, come WrestleMania weekend, maybe we get him inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as a team.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I'm glad that it's cool for him to just come around and be around the guys, and because a lot of the people that he wrestled with back in the day and worked with are coaches here or a part of the staff in some way, and it's cool, man. He gets to break bread and come back a little bit and be a part of NXT 2.0 and WWE as a whole, and it's cool, man. It's a cool thing.
Yeah, very much so. And again, there was another picture going around last night, too, of all three of you guys holding gold. Your Uncle Scott, your dad Rick, and you as well, in your respective promotions, obviously. And just a really cool kind of family lineage type photo with all you guys holding championship gold. We talked last time about the origin of the Bron Breakker name and how you kind of came up with it and stuff like that. Was there a choice to use the Steiner name, or was it always just kind of you wanted to forge your own legacy by going with Bron Breakker? Was there ever the choice there, or did you want to specifically go with Breakker?
I just kind of want to go my own route, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like I said, I've said this before. I came up with the name. That's on me. And, it was pretty easy. I mean, I just kind of think back to what I did in football. When I would go block people, I would try to break them in half. That was what I did.
Yeah.
I was a gritty football player, and just sitting around, I'm like, well, I mean, I guess I tried to break people at half in football. I tried to break people, and I was like, well, maybe I'll be the breaker or something like that. And then that was it. It came to me like that.
I mean, we saw that last night, obviously not just during the match itself, but during your entrance as well. We got to talk about that. A very cool entrance, I thought, with the NXT, kind of very symbiotic of in terms of like the old NXT, breaking the X in half, doing exactly what your name suggests, breaking it. You know whose idea that was, or where that kind of came from to do that last night?
I don't, to be honest with you. I have no idea.
Well, it came off well. It was cool. Did you get a change in attire too from last night? I thought it looked a little bit different.
Yeah, I went to. I changed up. So every theme show or pay per view or
yep.
Something that's different from just regular NXT TV. I try to give it a new attire just to give the fans something to look forward to, man. That's something I enjoy doing. It gets allows me to relate to the fans on a personal level,
mm-hmm.
and shows them that I care about them and care about the people, and I want to I want to impress them, and I want them to want to watch me and and enjoy it, and do just me be a role model for people, and that's all it is, man. I'm going to continue to evolve and come up with new singlet ideas every, and stuff going forward. But yeah, it's just a cool idea. Just go. I just went black and I just put Breakker on the front and just kept it simple.
That's awesome, man. I mean, I can attest that fans love creativity, and when you change up the attire for big shows, like you said, like Halloween Havoc and New Year's Evil, stuff like that, the takeovers, people definitely take notice of that type of thing, and you become even more of a fan favorite in the process. But the moment of you winning the title last night was made even more special when you won with the Steiner Recliner. Was that the first time you had not used the move, but had won with the move in NXT? And even if it wasn't, talk about using that move specifically to win you the title last night with your dad in the front row.
Yeah, that's the first time I've won using the recliner. It was cool, man. I can't. It's just indescribable.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the moment and the emotions and just it was nuts, man. My dad being able to be there, just icing on the cake, man. It's crazy.
Any ideas for what the name of the move might be called at some point, if you're going to give it a new name? Because it sounded like Vic Joseph just kind of called it the Recliner or whatever last night.
Yeah, as of right now, it's the Recliner.
Yep.
That's really all I can, say. We'll just go with that for now.
Yeah, right. Well, speaking of which, I mean, right now it's January 5th, and even before you won the championship last night, and probably even coming out of it, there were people saying that they wanted you to win the Royal Rumble, and that's kind of, that's not often that people say someone from NXT to win the Rumble, because anyone from NXT can enter the Rumble, obviously, but your thoughts on whether you win or not, a potential spot in a Rumble. I mean, it's a perfect showcase for the NXT talent. You're the top of the food chain right now as the NXT champion. Your thoughts on a potential run in the Rumble later this month if the opportunity were to present itself?
Oh, man, if it presents itself, I'm going. That'd be awesome. I'd love to have that opportunity. That'd be freaking nuts. I hope it happens.
Yeah. Hopefully so. And as we wind down here, Bron, everyone already knows the answer to this question, but I'm curious what your thoughts would be. Why do you think you're the perfect person right now to be holding that NXT championship and kind of leading the charge in the NXT 2.0 era? Because like I said, everyone on the fan side kind of knows you're the guy right now. We're all very happy to see you be the person kind of representing NXT. But in your opinion, why do you think you're the guy, the perfect person right now to be holding that title at this point in time for NXT 2.0?
Man, I just think it comes down to my work ethic and how I handle my business, and I just want to be a positive representation to this company, and, mm-hmm. and I just want to make my family proud. I want to make my bosses proud. I want to represent this company. I want to be the guy that people look at this WWE and go, man, that guy right there is what this place is all about. So I just want to be a good human being, good person. I want to represent myself as a professional. I want to be a pro, and that's all I'm trying to do, man. I want to be a role model for young people and just all people around the world. And you know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to do.
Very nice, very nice. Well, a great way to send it off here, and I think everyone kind of looks forward to you doing just that and seeing you represent the new NXT, the new NXT 2.0, and people can catch you every Tuesday night on USA Network at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Going forward, Bron Breakker, NXT Champion. Bron, this has been a lot of fun. Thanks so much for the time. Great chatting up with you again. I'm sure we'll catch you at some point down the road.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Congrats on all the success. I appreciate it.
All right.